What if I told you that the key to unlocking a peaceful, positive mind isn't what you think? Prepare to have your perspective shifted. We've all been there, trapped in a cycle of negative thoughts, self-doubt, and worry. You understand your issues intellectually, but can't seem to break free. Why? Because your unconscious primal brain is calling the shots 99% of the time. Think of your mind as a computer running an old program. You're trying to rewrite the code from the surface, but the real change needs to happen at the core. That's where emotional uncoupling and neuroplasticity come in. These powerful techniques allow us to access our unconscious mind and rewrite those deeply ingrained beliefs. It's like upgrading our mental software. Instead of automatically reacting with fear or doubt, our brain learns to respond with calm, peace, or gratitude. Imagine or remember facing a challenging situation. In the past, your mind was spiraling into worst-case scenarios. But after this transformation, you'll find yourself naturally responding with confidence and clarity. This isn't about forcing positive thinking. It's about rewiring your brain's automatic responses. Picture yourself as your own biggest cheerleader, approaching life with enthusiasm and resilience. That version of you isn't a distant dream. It's closer than you think. Now let's dive deeper into the game changers: emotional uncoupling and neuroplasticity. These might sound like complex terms, but they're actually your brain's superpowers waiting to be unlocked. Emotional uncoupling is like untangling a knot in your mind. You know how certain situations trigger an automatic emotional response? Maybe criticism makes you feel instantly defensive, or uncertainty fills you with dread. Emotional uncoupling is the process of separating these automatic reactions from the events that trigger them. It's about creating a pause between stimulus and response, giving you the power to choose how you react. Let's break down this powerful technique of creating a pause. It's a skill that might seem simple, but it can dramatically change how you interact with the world. First, it's important to understand that this pause doesn't happen automatically. It's a learned skill, and I can't emphasize this enough. Here's how you can start developing it. 1. Awareness. The first step is simply noticing your triggers and reactions. Pay attention to your body. Does your heart rate increase? Do your muscles tense? These physical cues often precede emotional reactions. 2. Breath focus. When you notice these cues, immediately shift your attention to your breath. Take a deep, slow breath. This simple act can interrupt the automatic stress response and buy you precious seconds. 3. Name it to tame it. Mentally label the emotion you're feeling. This is anger, or I'm feeling anxious. This engages your rational mind and creates some distance from the emotion. 4. Question the narrative. Ask yourself, is my interpretation of this situation the only possible one? This opens up space for alternative perspectives. Number 5. Choose your response. Now that you've created this mental space, consciously decide how you want to respond. What action aligns with your values and long-term goals? Let's put this into practice with an example. Imagine your partner criticizes one of your ideas. Normally, you might feel instantly defensive and lash out. But let's apply our technique. 1. You notice your heart racing and your face flushing. 2. You take a deep breath, focusing on the sensation of air filling your lungs. 3. You tell yourself, I'm feeling defensive right now. 4. You ask, is there a possibility my partner's intention isn't to attack me, but to improve our relationship or our daily life? 5. You choose to respond by asking for more specific feedback, turning potential conflict into collaborative problem solving. This process might take only a few seconds, but it can completely change the outcome of the situation. Again, the key is practice. At first, you might only catch yourself after you've reacted. That's okay. Notice it and mentally rehearse how you could implement and use the pause next time. Start with low-stakes situations. Practice when you're stuck in traffic or when you're mildly annoyed. As you get better, you'll be able to use this technique in more challenging scenarios. With consistent practice, this pause becomes more natural and automatic. You're training your brain to interrupt the stimulus response pattern, giving you the freedom to shape your reactions and, ultimately, your life. Now, let's talk about neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to rewire itself. Think of your thoughts as traveling along neural pathways. The more you think a certain way, the stronger that path becomes. It's like a well-worn trail in a forest. If your brain is a vast forest, your thoughts are like hikers, creating trails as they move through this forest. The more a thought is repeated, the clearer and wider its trail becomes. This is why habits, both good and bad, can be so powerful. But here's the exciting part. You're not stuck with the existing trails. You can create new ones. Here's how to put neuroplasticity into action. 1. Identify the old trail. First, recognize the thought pattern you want to change. Maybe it's, I'm not good enough, or I always fail at new things. 2. Create a new path. Decide on a new, more beneficial thought. For example, I'm constantly learning and improving, or every attempt teaches me something valuable. 3. Repetition is key. This is where the real work happens. Whenever you catch yourself on the old thought trail, consciously redirect to the new one. It might feel forced or unnatural at first. That's okay. You're literally carving a new path in your brain. 4. Engage multiple senses. To strengthen the new neural pathway, involve different senses. Say your new thought out loud, write it down, or create a visual representation of it. 5. Emotion amplifies effect. The stronger the emotion associated with a thought, the faster the new pathway forms. Try to generate positive feelings when practicing your new thought. 6. Consistency over intensity. Small, frequent efforts are more effective than occasional intense sessions. Even a few minutes daily can make a significant difference. 7. Celebrate small wins. Notice and appreciate every time you successfully redirect your thoughts. This positive reinforcement accelerates the process. 8. Be patient. Remember, you're physically changing your brain. This takes time. The old path doesn't disappear overnight, but it will gradually become less prominent as the new one strengthens. Let's use an example. Say you often think, I'm unfulfilled at my job. Here's how you might apply neuroplasticity. 1. Recognize this thought when it occurs. Notice when you're feeling down about your job and catch yourself thinking this. 2. Create a new thought. I have the power to find meaning in my work and create positive change. This reframes the situation from helplessness to empowerment. 3. Every time you catch the old thought, consciously shift to the new one. When you feel unfulfilled, pause and remind yourself of your ability to influence your situation. 4. Write this new thought in a journal. Create a list of ways you could potentially find more fulfillment at work or steps you could take to move towards a more satisfying career. Get creative. 5. Visualize yourself taking active steps to improve your work situation. Imagine the feeling of accomplishment as you make progress. Allow yourself to feel hopeful and motivated. Yes, even if your current reality gives you no reasons to. 6. Practice this redirection daily. Spend a few minutes each morning focusing on your new empowering thought before you start your workday. 7. Acknowledge every time you successfully reframe your thinking or take a small step towards more fulfillment. Did you volunteer for a new project, learn a new skill? Celebrate these actions. 8. Keep at it, knowing that you're rewiring your brain with each effort. It may take time, but you're building new neural pathways with every positive thought and action. As you consistently practice this new way of thinking, you might find yourself becoming more proactive in your career. You could start noticing opportunities for growth you previously missed, or feel more confident in suggesting improvements at work. Remember, the goal isn't to ignore genuine issues with your job, but to approach them from a place of empowerment rather than helplessness. Over time, this new belief that you have the power to influence your career fulfillment will become more natural and automatic. You're not just changing your thoughts, you're rewiring your brain to support your professional growth and satisfaction. With consistent practice, you can literally redesign your brain to work for you, not against you. This is the true power of neuroplasticity, the ability to be the architect of your own mind. The beauty of this process is that it's not about forcing positivity or suppressing emotions. It's about giving your brain new, healthier options to choose from. Are you ready to transform your mind and become the best version of yourself? The potential for change is within you, but you don't have to navigate this journey alone. I'm here to guide you through this powerful process of rewiring your brain. Imagine having an expert by your side, helping you unlock the confident, positive you that's waiting to emerge. Together, we can create lasting change. Your future self will thank you for taking this crucial step. Don't let another day go by feeling stuck in old patterns. The time to start is now, and I'm here to help you every step of the way. Reach out to me today, send me a message to schedule a consultation. Let's partner up and unlock your mind's true potential. Your future self is counting on you.